Nursing education has its beginnings at the SGH campus. The first preliminary training school was initiated in 1941 on the top floor of Boer Block. After the war, student nurse training started afresh under a sister tutor in an empty ward in Boer Block.
My life as a student nurse is really interesting. Those days is full of fun, and I stay in the PTS hostel from day one. When I came in, we still have tutors who are from UK, and after school and all that, we still have time, to gather around to play games, netball, or sometimes table tennis, hockey. Very active, in fact, and this is one thing I enjoy very much after work.
But as Madam Lee recalls, while the nurses played hard, they worked just as hard.
Those days, the tutors are few and far between. Most of it, they teach A&P and nursing subject, first aid. Those days we have even to learn how to prepare breakfast, scrambled eggs lah, fried eggs lah, oats and all that. Because when we give out breakfast in the kitchen, in the paying class, we have to supervise, even as a student nurse, So these are things that in the first year we learn how to even clean the toilet. In the old days, the uniform is made of pure cotton, thick cotton, very warm you wore. And I can see, for the student nurse, we call it the Peter Pan. Actually, it's very nice. When the matron makes round, she looks at you from the bottom to the top to your shoes, not one piece. We also have the staff nurse that you wear, and then you have this big white button that you button, 7 buttons. Just to fix that uniform takes you about 5 minutes to see that things are fixed nicely and all that. And your belt must be very nicely pressed.
On 29th of July 1953, the $2.5 million Nurses' Hostel, or Vicar's House, officially opened. It heralded a new era in the recruitment of nurses. The increased intake of student nurses resulted in a demand for more classrooms. A new school of nursing opened on September 1956. The curriculum for the nursing profession was also constantly revised and upgraded.
Those days, they also are very fussy with things, which I think is good because you learn. They expect the staff nurse to know their patient at their fingertips. Not only in nursing care, but also in the lab result, the investigation and all that.
Well, I think they were very dedicated, the nurses. They knew their patients very well. Compared to what it is today, the nurses came round with the doctors to do the rounds. That's a big difference. Because as a junior surgeon, when I went round the patients, there was a nurse, a staff nurse, who came along with me, and then, of course, she would be able to tell me about the patients more than a new houseman would. And she also knew what to do with the patients more than a houseman did.
To keep up with new changes and challenges, post-basic nursing courses were organized in the General Hospital. In the 1960s, specialized courses included pediatric nursing, operating theatre nursing, ward administration, and intensive care nursing.
In my mind, SGH is the hospital that gives the best care. Because from the day we were trained to the day we were working here, we see that the nurses here get the best of training, develop their skill and observation power. And that is one thing I will never forget about SGH.
Today, the School of Nursing is an autonomous training institution independent of the nursing service of the Singapore General Hospital.